Hello, my brothers and sisters in the human race. My name is Regis Williams, and this is the Spirit of Truth Awakening. I originally started this about a little over a year ago. It's called the Introduction to the Spirit of Truth Awakening. This is something that God, Source, Infinite Intelligence, um, this has been on me, and He's been leading me to do this. So I'm following my instruction through my intuition and various other means. Um, and I'm going ahead and put the things that God has given me uh, to say out into the world. I'm the guy that has had in 2020, I had a cross. October of 2020, a cross came into my forehead. And since that time, I've had so many downloads and good things happening, as well as challenging things. But it was this downloads of information have allowed me to get over those things with no problem. Um, so I would like to go ahead and put out what I need to put out because I've been studying for about, I say studying, reaching, grabbing, searching, praying um, for about 40 years. And my quest has been for truth. Um, um, in that truth that I found, I think I need to put it out here because it's actually something that few are disseminating out to the masses. So I would like to do my part as far as putting information out that may help somebody, and that's what I'm doing this for, to help someone. If that's um, in the smallest way, then that benefits. I mean, it was a benefit to do this. Anyway, this cross that's in my forehead. This is not a man-made deal. This is an indention, and it is what it is. So to go ahead with what I'm going to continue on with, I was spoke in my last video about duality and the duality within you. This duality is very present, and it's a part of your makeup right now. And for most of us, um, coming to grips with it has been a lifetime struggle because we're trying to figure out how to get from one point to another point, be that in the spiritual or the physical. And knowing these things, these are like secrets or spiritual learnings that we should be applying to our lives and our everyday thinking structure. Um, First of all, you you want to come to grips with the fact that you are God. And when I say that, I mean you are God in part, as God is the whole of you. And anything that God is becomes the whole of God, or is the whole of God, because God is everything. Um, that being said, with this information, we're going back into the duality within. When I speak of the duality within, we're talking about good and bad, right and wrong, positive and negatives. Um, Positives would normally be things of a good result, more of a heavenly state of joy. The negatives, of course, we all know what the negatives are. The problem is within this world, which is a construct of negativeness by um, societal fashions that have influenced the world greatly. And this is not just recently. This has been going on for since the Bible was constructed in like 364 AD approximately. Um, in my previous videos, I was explaining how the Bible was constructed, and that we shouldn't just follow things just because people put it out there. Of course, the Bible is a very pertinent and important book. And a lot of the things that I'm going to be speaking about are in reference to Bible verses and things that are interpreted in a different way from which I have been led to believe them by spirit. Um, Duality within, just getting straight to it, is you, the person, the spirit within you, coming to grips with the separation of you and your body and mind. Now, your spirit transcends or surpasses the 3D material world. And what do I mean by this? Well, as I stated in my previous video, you are a spirit. That means you're on both sides of the veil. You're in the heavens and you're in the earth. You're in the earth because you're within this body. Now your spirit is within this body, but it is also within the heavens, which are on the other side of the veil. Now, based on that, you have to recognize that being on the other side of the veil, that's the one that really should be controlling your life and making decisions for you, based off of what your mind is bringing you. And again, as in the previous video, I stated that the mind is a suggestion box, and it is. It just gives you suggestions, thoughts, positives and negatives. It has no barometer or anything like that as far as don't do negatives or don't go too positive. It just gives what comes. Now it's up to you to decide from what the brain or the mind brings to you. Now understand that this ground of the body is within the earth. It comes from the earth. You are the spirit that comes from the spirit realm, from God. Now this whole thing is it's like a cyclical thing in numerous areas. Okay, the heavens are the heavens. The earth is the earth. When they asked Jesus, where is the kingdom of heaven? Jesus said, the kingdom of heaven is not a place that you go to. It's not low here or low there. It's within you. And the battle is, you are in this earth, which would represent a form of a hell. And the heaven is within you. And in this earth, the earth would be considered the form of hell, and the spirit life that gives the earth life would be the God of the world, the spirit of the world, which is the positive heavenly nature. Okay, because life is a heavenly thing to be able to experience. So we all are very blessed to be here at this point. So with that being said, we need to come to grips with, your mind's going to bring you all kinds of things. It's important to recognize that you are a spirit person first. So everything that you do, conclusions that you come up on, you need to base that from the spirit first. Okay? That's the true you, the one that recognizes that the mind is bringing suggestions as to what to think about. With that being said, and I don't want to be redundant on that statement there, when your mind brings you thoughts that are pleasing to you and are of good nature, these are thoughts that you should focus on and concentrate in bringing them into your life. Now, when the mind brings you negative thoughts, which are thoughts that would be of a derogatory or hellish nature, these thoughts here should be dismissed, not rejected, but dismissed. See, when you reject something, you actually hold it into place because there's a conflict with the structure from which the universe has brought something to you. Now, this is all a learning process. Now, when these things come, you're supposed to exercise your right as the operant power, the spirit that is over this body, navigating the circumstances within life. Problem is, people let their mind make decisions with respect to how they're going to handle things instead of going with the spirit first. The spirit should guide the mind as to where it's supposed to go in terms of its thought process. Um, you have to step out. You are a separate individual within the body, okay? Your body is bringing you these suggestions, and you need to choose things that are positive to your growth, positive to your well-being. And these things are very important because without them, because the thoughts that you choose, they set the tone and the vibration for what you're probably going to be experiencing next. Um, Whatever the situation is, it could have a positive or negative outcome based on where you settle yourself in terms of what you're trying to experience. Now, if that what you're trying to experience has a negative base and your emotions and your feelings are based in that particular realm of existence, then don't be surprised when those things come. See, you have to realize most of the things that you've ever asked for or wanted, you received them in one way or another. And those that you didn't, I would have to say they weren't meant for you to experience at that time. Doesn't mean that you won't experience it, but it does mean that at that time you weren't supposed to experience those things. You're going to experience things based on your beliefs. Um, Now let's tie this into God and how the God in you actually gives these things life, these thoughts, these feelings, these emotions. Think about it like this. When in the Bible, they asked God what was his name. And it was, he said, I am that I am. Now, we are all a part of God, and there's nothing outside of God. So look at it like this. You're not outside of God, and everything that you've ever desired or something that you wanted, uh, you called God's name first, whether it's in your spirit or in verbalizing it. Think of something that you want. A thought came across. You decide you want something. I'm going to do this. I'm going to get me one of those things. I don't understand. I'm not understanding why I'm thinking these thoughts, or I'm not understanding why this happened. I'm trying to manifest this. Now, out of those statements that I've just made, and they're very generic, um, what's the operant words that are being used? And you use those words every day, basically almost in most cases in everything that you're doing. And what do I mean by that? Um, I am. You see, I'm is short for I am. Everything that you want to do, everything that you think that you're going to go after. I am. I am going to do this. I am wanting this. I am this. I am that. I am. Period. You're calling God's name first, whether you know it or not. You're putting the divine anointing on that which you call to be. And whether it's positive or negative, the fact that you are preceding your request with I am, within or outside verbally, you're calling it into being. Now, my time is running short here. I'll pick up this on the next section. Bye-bye.